When I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd say this, but there's never been a better time. There's literally never been a better time to buy an electric car than there is today, as in right now, today, at this moment. That is unless you want to sell. If you want to sell, well, maybe there's never been a worse time. But hey, who cares? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And as you can see, I am pretty excited because a lot of people have criticized Tesla. They said Tesla would never have a $35,000 Model Y or Model 3, in particular Model 3, because obviously Tesla aimed to bring one to market that cost $35,000. A lot of people have said, oh, they didn't do that. Elon Musk is a liar. He didn't do what he said he'd do. I actually think that before the price decreases, the Model 3 was already approximately $35,000 because those comments were made in 2017. It's now 2023. Inflation has increased by an average of around 3.5%, averaged out over the past 6 years, 3.5% per year, meaning that already the Model 3 was $40,000. Therefore, it was the equivalent of $35,000. In fact, just under, around $34,000 if you include inflation. But now it's even cheaper than that. The Model 3, the performance and the long range, but in particular the performance and the standard range Model 3 are so cheap. I'm just sort of looking at the price thinking, is this real? Is this actually happening? Because even though Model 3 hasn't sold as many cars this year as the Model Y, it's still, I believe, the second best-selling electric car in the world this year. So yeah, Model Y is getting all the glory, best-selling car in the world. But we're forgetting the Model 3 is actually still selling incredibly well considering it's a sedan. It's considered to be a bit old hat now. It's been around for years. And there's a new version that's about to come out. And you'd have to be a bit, I don't know, you'd have to be hiding under a rock somewhere to not know there's a new version about to come out, right? $37,000 for the Model 3. That doesn't include incentives. $37,000. That, my friends, is insane. I mean, if you include the value of inflation since 2017, it's about $33,000. But remember, the Model 3 now, all models qualify for the $7,500 incentive. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, you're going to get the Model 3 today for less than I'm going to repeat that. It's ridiculous. Less than $30,000. Well, if you're in California, if you're in various different states, you'll get it even less than that because there are other incentives on top of that. Model 3 performance. Now, price has been reduced for inventory stock, and there's a fair bit of inventory stock, so I'm pretty sure you can get one at this price if you want one, to $50,000. I actually think it's the fastest car in the world for $50,000, not including incentives. So yeah, the incentives apply to the Model 3 performance, so you can get that one for $42,500 after the tax deduction, $7,500, $42,500. It is the fastest car in the world for $42,500 today. I've looked at it. In fact, I spent about an hour researching this to make sure I wasn't telling you guys a made up story here. It wasn't just nonsense, but it is. 3.3 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour. For $42,500. I don't think I ever thought that would happen. I mean, I used to read these motoring websites, right? Websites, Car and Driver, Evo magazine, Car from the UK. I read them all the time. I subscribed to them. They're the only things that I read. And if someone had told me back then, hey, 10 years into the future, there'll be a car you can get for $42,500, which will do 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.3 seconds, and have the ability, semi-autonomous ability, not autonomous, but semi-autonomous ability. I don't think I would have believed them. That's pretty amazing. $47,000 for the base Model Y. Funny thing is, that's actually the car I'd still buy, even though it hasn't had the massive reductions the Model 3 has, even though it's now a lot more expensive than a Tesla Model 3. In fact, it's now nearly $10,000 more expensive. But it's still the better car. It's better value, and that's the one I'd be getting. So let me know what you think about all this. If you're going to buy a car, if you have a friend that's going to get a car, I mean, if you bought a Toyota Camry right now, damn, you'd be a fool. I mean, seriously, the price of the Model 3, it's actually a really, really good car. And at this price, it's ridiculous. Thanks for watching, my friends. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.